This fat tire electric bike costs less than $1,000 and it has a pretty darn big battery pack, 48 volt, 20 amp hour, 960 watt hours of energy. Now, how do you get a fat tire e-bike under $1,000? Well, you probably got to cut some corners somewhere. So in today's video, we're going to review the Sohamo M3 and see what this electric bike is all about.
32, man. So it just keeps pulling, man.
Oh, and of course, you can click the link below the video to see whatever the current price is. They also have a 15 amp hour version of this bike that's even less. So if you don't need all the range and you want an even cheaper price, Sohamo's got you. Well, the good news is we have a rack and also a light on the rear. And the next goodies in here is our monster truck tires. Chow Yang 26x4s knobby tread. Feels like we got a lot of PSI in there. And the brakes, I'll tell you in a few. The brakes are mechanical and 160 millimeter rotors. I can see where they saved a little bit of money there. And the chain appears to have somehow completely got derailed. We'll fix that in a few. But probably the most interesting thing on this bike is the size of the battery compared to the price. Let's take a look at this battery. Branded Sohamo, and it is listed as a 48 volt, 20,000 milliamp hour, 20 amp hour, 960 watt hours of energy. Battery also states, warning, do not charge the battery indoors or unattended. Well, I'm not taking it outside to charge it. Charger is 2 amp charger, so 20 amp hours divided by 2 amps would take 10 hours to charge that thing from empty to full. Let's get it started. Breaking all the rules. Other items in this box are plastic pedals and tools. Oh, kickstand, I gotta put that on. And a quick release skewer for the front wheel. Sohamo. It's got this like star pattern. Got these like ninja stars, or I don't know. Looks all right. And it's the M3, you know, like the Beamer. I'm actually just curious about the tire pressure. Calls for a maximum of 20 PSI. And usually I use this tool to put air in the tires. Sitting at 36 out of the box. So we better drop that. I mean, I thought that just felt like too much. Definitely. Would make for some good range though. But maybe a little bit harsher ride, but we do have this front suspension here to help soften things up a bit. What are we working with on the suspension? Looks like about 80 millimeters of travel there. Left stanchion says suspension. Right stanchion says suspension. No adjustments on the suspension. And the cables are internally routed. And we do get fenders for both the front and the rear, both of which are plastic, neither of which are installed. So a lot of times on these more expensive bikes, the rear rack and the rear fender will come installed. This must be some of the cost saving. Gotta build it yourself pretty much. Front wheel attaches on with a quick release lever. Handlebars, headlight, and front fender aren't too bad to get on there. And the rear rack, I mean, it wouldn't be bad except for this one little bolt down here. You have to, there's no clearance here. Like you basically have to take this rear wheel off to get, you see what I mean? I have the Allen wrench here, but like if I back this bolt out, like you basically run out of room. And I mean, other than that, the rest is easy. If you have a drill. So let's see what kind of pizza we got. Pretty typical wide, soft saddle. There's a little reflector down there and a little hatch popper. This is not suspension, but there's like a little rubber thing there to kind of prevent it from banging if you drop it. And quick adjust on the lever here. No suspension on the rear of this bike, but if you feel inclined to do so, there's a 28.6 millimeter seat post on this thing. There's a double wall chain guard on this thing. Still need to get that chain on there. Let's whip this thing around. Oh my goodness, I almost knocked the camera over. So we get 7 gears on the cassette back here, and they do give us a derailleur guard. That's nice, and we do get a Shimano tourney derailleur. So let's get that chain on there. Somebody must have pushed this thing down a flight of stairs or something. I think I made it worse. There we go, there we go. So the idea of this double wall chain ring up front here is to prevent this chain from falling off. Under normal operating conditions, I would say it'll probably work. We shall see. Oh, it fell off the back. It is all jammed up back there, man. Dang it! Probably do this before we turn on the cadence sensor. What do you think? Oh, nothing like a paper towel caught in the drivetrain. There we go, there we go. The price of a cheap bike. You gotta work through some kinks maybe a little bit, but it's all good. So let's get that battery on there. Actually, real quick, I wanna get a weigh-in on it. How much do it weigh? 20 amp hour at 11.2 pounds. That checks out. Pop the hatch here. And we'll get that thing fired up here in a minute. But I just want to show you the size of this bike real quick. Seat on minimum height. It's got the high steps and the rack, so you gotta kind of just Work your way on over, not a big deal. I'm 6'5", inching 34. Suspension on the front feels soft, and with the seat on minimum, here's just kind of what I'm looking like. So the seat on maximum height now. Pretty long seat post, brings it up just above the handlebars. I don't feel like it's doing an excellent job grabbing the seat post. Yeah, seat post clamp. I don't know if it's the right size. That's like as tight as I can get it. I think I'm gonna have to check that out here in a few. I can tell the seat post is like, well, I guess it's staying. No, it's not. Well, here I am on the bike with the seat halfway up-ish. I'm gonna have to work on that seat post clamp. Motor is listed as 48 volts. It is a 750 watts nominal power motor. It can definitely peak out higher than that. We're gonna power it up in a minute, but the hand grips are round and rubber. Get a pretty normal 7-speed Shimano shifter operated by your thumbs. Mechanical brakes, and the thumb throttle on this one is on the left. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. So get a basic display here, no color, well it's blue technically, and pretty basic readouts. So get your battery bars here, miles per hour, trip. Oh, your lights turn on like that. Then there is your pedal assist, operated only by one button here, so it just goes through the 5 and then back to 0 and you start over, and that's it. No other buttons here that I see, so I don't think I've seen this display before. Seems fine. And the headlight sings all right. There you go. And you also get a light around rear. Grab the brake lever and it lights up a bit brighter. So with the light off, you grab the brake lever, you did get a brake light. So let's spin this beast up. LS 5, ready to go. Speedometer claims 37. I have questions. Let's go give it a try. All right, dudes, let's go see what you can get for $1,000 on a fat tire e-bike on the Sohamo M3. Did get that seat tightened down. All I had to do is just kind of, it's fine. And you do need to have the key on here in order to fire this thing up. A little bit of security there for you. Pedal assist 2, let's roll. Oh yes, let's not forget to check our range. The lights are actually pretty bright, not too shabby. So let's go ahead and see what kind of torque we're working with on the M3. We do have it on pedal assist 5. I'm gonna do throttle only, no pedaling to start here. What are we working with on torque? So we're gonna have to pedal just a bit here or maybe get a run out. So let's get a bit of a rollout here and I'll do full throttle now. Sometimes these bikes kind of like build up speed before they unlock their full power. And with a bit of a rollout, just kind of throttle only, no pedaling. I weigh 200 pounds. I made it about there. Oh gosh. So if you're trying to conquer steep hills, you might wanna pedal a little bit. So we have it on gear 1. I'm just gonna give it a little bit of assistance here on pedal assist 5, and we are kind of rolling up here, putting in a bit of effort, just a little extra torque. So you can climb hills, it's just not gonna do it all on its own for a 20% grade. We'll try the 12% grade here in a little bit. Did kind of clip my pedal there on that front tire. I do have a size 14 shoes, so I gotta be a little bit careful on this one because turning the wheel, if I hit my foot there and it sucks it up in, yeah, don't want to hurt my toe, gotta be careful there. Dude, there's no way this isn't a simulation we're living in. We got the M3 bike we're on and the M3 just chilling right out front here. So is this M3 gonna live up to the performance of the M3 name? We shall see. First things first though, let's throw these polarized shades on. Can you see that display through the polarized lenses? Yeah, you can. It's not the brightest display out here in the bright sunlight. I can see it. I have seen brighter displays. This is basically just a toggle on the pedal assist. So let's just put it on 1 to start out here. Gear number 1. Now this is a cadence sensor. It does not matter how hard you press on the pedals. It'll just kind of take you up to a nice 9 miles an hour there. So it appears at first glance, speedometer is correct. And on flat ground, I mean, this thing feels, you know, like a nice riding bike. It's not like overpowering me on pedal assist 1 or anything. Just gets on there, gives me a little assistance. And let's try, oh, that's not how you do it. There's 1 button for pedal assist. So the pedal assist thing works a little different than a lot of bikes. But we are on gear number 7 at 13 miles an hour here on pedal assist 2. Pretty typical stuff. So feels, you know, on flat ground, this feels like a nice, smooth electric assist bike, man. I'm really curious to see how it's gonna end up doing on the 12% California grade here by the beach in a bit. So we'll put on pedal assist 3. I'm on gear number 7, pedal assist 3, and
hitting about 17, and right around 16, 17 here feels like about as fast as I feel, you know, comfortable cadence pedaling. I like this cadence. Now let's try mashing the throttle on pedal assist 3. What's that do? So that'll bring it beyond 16 or 17, 18. So what I'm trying to say is if you bump it on down to pedal assist 1, throttle will work beyond that cutoff limit of, what was it, 11 miles an hour or so. And seating position on this one gets you a little bit forward up on the handlebars in like a mountain bike position. There's not like a lot of rise on them, so this will help you, you know, get in more of a pedaling position and a little bit more aerodynamic, so you'll get a little better range on that 20 amp hour 48 volt battery. Let's go ahead and flip this on up to 4 now on the pedal assist. So as I mentioned, it's a cadence sensor. You know, you don't even have to apply tension to the chain. It'll just help you. As long as you're turning your legs, you get that full power 4 assistance. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty fast bike, man. Like when we're on flat ground here, it's taking us up. Watch out there, buddy. I don't need to do a brake test on these mechanical disc brakes yet. 26, and the lights are red. We better make sure these brakes are gonna slow us down. So they're not hydraulic brakes, but we are talking about a bike under $1,000, so they definitely have to cut some corners here or there to get that price so low. Pedaling, I can't keep up anymore at like 24, 25, but this thing actually goes pretty fast. And the seat is comfortable. I like it. Also, hand grips on this one are like round rubber grips. So, you know, like mountain bike style, not like your ergonomic cruiser kind of setup on this bike. Now, this does have front suspension. It's not adjustable front suspension. It's pretty soft. So I can bottom it out, just kind of like bouncing on it like this. Oh yeah, that bottomed out. But you know, if you're sitting back on the seat and just kind of, oh yeah, that bottomed out too. As long as you're not hitting like anything too crazy, you know, it's pretty soft suspension. So going over like soft bumps on the road, is there any cars coming? You'll be able to make better use out of that travel, the suspension on softer bumps rather than hard bumps. And we're gonna bump this on to pedal assist 5 now. And let's see if it bottoms out here. No, it did not bottom out on that bump. So we're gonna get over here on the shoulder by all this trash. We're getting up to 28 into headwind, so not bad on the speed. This geared hub motor might be geared more for speed than lower end torque. We shall see as the day pans out. And no turn signals or anything fancy like that. Doesn't matter. Nobody looks for those on bikes anyway. No hazard lights either, like that Maserati's got his on up there. He's turning both ways, or did his car break down? He just has his hazard lights on for some reason. It might be like broke down or something. He's gone really slow. And the bike is definitely fast enough to get out here, kind of ride with traffic a little bit. That looks like a cheap Rolls to me. What do you think? Probably like under $1 million. It ain't got nothing on the M3. Let's give this thing a 0 to 20 acceleration run. Ready, go. So it doesn't hit you with a ton of power off the line, so that'll help conserve on battery and make a more gentle riding experience. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it'll get you up to speed, and you don't have to pedal to do that. If you're looking for something crazy though, I will say I've rode e-bikes that accelerate faster than this. But as mentioned, that more gentle power delivery will definitely help you save on battery. Suspension did not bottom out on that bump, so that's nice. And the riding position of this bike, getting you a little bit more on the handlebars, I am noticing, gets you just a little better control over that front end. Helps you place it where you want to go better. Is the suspension going to bottom out? Yes, sir. Oh yeah, there too. $999 is the price tag on this one, under $1,000. So let's get out to the beach and see if we can do any riding on the sand. Dang, look at that hair. And this is an electric bike here on the right. Overtaking that, no problemo. And now we're gonna go for a little top speed run before we go to the beach. Let's see what this thing can do on the top end with a little bit of tailwind, not much. 20. And you really can't keep up with the pedaling beyond 20. So 25, 26, still gaining, 27. Don't make me test my brakes, Beamer. 29, and still putting down power, I can feel it. 29, 30. So yeah, this geared hub motor appears to be, 31 I saw there for a flash, 30, 31. This geared hub motor appears to be optimized a little more for high speed riding. Maybe with a little tuck, we might be able to actually get it. Yeah, 32, man. So it just keeps pulling, man. It'll keep giving you that power at high speed, but that will start to do a number on your battery. Oh man, we don't want to play chicken with the Toyota. Or do we? So actually a little better on the top speed than I was expecting. I think I said 40 with no load, so technically if you weighed nothing, you could hit 40. So we're gonna go try it on the sand here in just a little bit. So it looks like there's a new home being built there. A little rough around here. So before we try the flat sand there, let's go ahead and just give it a try here. Ripping it up here. Whoa! Yeah, we're out of power. So you can hold the throttle there and it'll get you moving. It'll get you moving. Don't even have to pedal it. Now let's try. Let's see how the suspension fares. Sitting on the seat, riding here, full throttle. It's not bottoming out. So yeah, there is front suspension on this electric bike. Pretty chill day out here in Venice. What a difference between the weekend and a weekday. I want you guys to tell me, is this guy famous here to my left? I don't know. So it is like a mountain bike style. Let's go ahead and do a little off-roading here, try it out. See how the suspension does. Yeah, suspension will bottom out if you get it off-road much. Can I fit between these trees? If I dock, yes. But yeah, just riding on some flat grass here. It's fine. All right, let's get a little bit of a run out, drop down a couple of gears, and see how it does on the sand. So we have 26-inch tall wheels, which handle better than shorter wheels. Really just not quite enough power in this one to keep it rolling. But like I said, you can hop off, use that throttle, it'll get you moving. All right, dudes, let's go try the California incline, then try the brakes. I gotta say though, man, for $1,000, this makes for a pretty decent flat cruiser. Like, I can just kind of motorcycle along here. Oh gosh, I almost have an early brake test here. As long as you're not trying to do anything too crazy, this bike, it's fine. So the California incline is the top of this cliff right up here, 85 feet tall, 12% grade, and we're gonna be trailing in behind a non-motorized bike. So let's see how we do here. We're on pedal assist 5. I'm gonna have to give it a little bit of pedaling power here. My foot did rub on that tire there. Yeah, I'm just kind of helping it just a little bit. I'm stopping pedaling now, but it'll come to a stop actually if I stop pedaling. But at least we don't have to push our bike up like the person we just passed down there. 4 miles an hour here. And we are on gear number 1. Just helping a little bit here. So definitely backs up on the power there, I feel, as you go a little bit slower. And we will definitely be trying these brakes here shortly. Looks like a little bit of fire trucks coming through. Number 69 there, 269. Oh yeah, we'll be trying the brakes here at the bottom of the California incline, but let's go ahead and give it a start here from the stop. 4 miles an hour, 5 miles an hour, 6 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour. So we are gaining speed, going up the 12% grade, and it seems a little happier to give you a power once you get above about 10. So now we're hitting 14, 15, 17, and obviously not pedaling at all, just kind of chilling on the throttle here, pedal assist 5. Topping out around 16, 17 miles an hour at the top of the California incline. So yeah, pretty chill. So we are rolling on mechanical disc brakes with 160 millimeter rotors on a fat tire e-bike, and I'm pretty sure there's a person chilling down here right in front of at the bottom of this. Oh yeah, we better start getting on these brakes now a little bit early. Yeah, I mean, they work. They definitely bring the thing to, it slows it down. Not quite as powerful as if it was 180 millimeter rotors or if they were hydraulic, but they work. They definitely work good enough to stop us before the wall and the dude chill. They're a little bit squeaky though, I will say that. And they don't feel as smooth as some hydraulics. But hey, $999 is the price tag on this thing. What can you expect? So let's get it up to speed here and slam on them from about 20, that says 18. Oh yeah. Not quite as good as hydraulics that I'm used to with bigger rotors. And yeah, it takes a little bit more stopping distance compared to hydraulics, but yeah, I mean, as long as you're not trying to break any records, you know, do anything too crazy, they'll work. They'll work. They're just not the strongest. We are about to have a serious problem here. Jeez. Playing chicken, trying to take out everybody, man. What the heck? Crazy out here, man. All right, dude, so we're gonna head on home, check the final range, but let me share my final thoughts on this e-bike. So, I mean, if you're looking for like the absolute cheapest price and you don't care about the quality of the components of your bike whatsoever, I mean, this bike, they pretty much just like pick like all the cheapest quality components you could possibly get to make basically the cheapest bike. That actually goes pretty fast. I mean, if you're just like looking to do some flatland cruising, this thing actually does pretty darn well at just, you know, cruising along. As long as you know you're not trying to climb any steep hills or accelerate super fast or brake super fast. I mean, this will get the job done, man, and pretty decent price. And they also offer this bike with a even smaller battery pack. So if you're trying to save even more money, get that price down to about, I forget what it is. Check the link below. I think it's like 150 bucks less or so if you get the smaller battery pack. And also that would help get you the best price if you click on that link in the description box, as well as help support my reviews on Tail Happy TV, and I greatly appreciate your support. So just know, going into this, you're not getting yourself a top tier premium quality 750 watt fat tire e-bike to buy this thing. But it'll get the job done. Let's head on home, see what the final range is. All right, dudes, finishing up the normal route, hour 23 minutes. Average speed, 12.5 miles an hour and 17.5 miles covered. It is showing 2 bars remaining, so yeah, about half the battery burned through. Pretty much what I would expect, on par with every other 48 volt, 20 amp hour battery I try in a fat tire e-bike. So there you have it. That's the Sohamo M3. If you want to grab one, use that link in the description box. Get yourself the cheapest fat tire e-bike on planet Earth. Or I don't know if that's true or not, but this one's pretty cheap for, you know, what it is. However, if this is not the e-bike for you, you might want to watch this video that's up here on the screen right now, because YouTube is recommending you watch this. So they know what you like to watch. Just watch it. I'll catch you over there.